Hello there. I'm Furniture Today's Thomas Lester at the High Point Market News Desk. I'm joined by Andrew Tepperman and Masoud Negad from Tepperman's. Gentlemen, thank you for coming to join me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for getting us out of a showroom.
Always a pleasure. Now, some pretty big things are going on at Tepperman's. Masoud, you are the new CEO.
Yes.
Congratulations. And Andrew, this is the first time, 99 years the family has gone outside of the family for the CEO position. Let's talk about the significance of that. What led to it, and what made this guy to my left the choice.
So the planning part of it, I think, goes back to my father. His father, the founder of our company, drowned in 1970, and it kind of thrust my father into the role of the president at that time. So I remember in the year 2000, 6 years before I became president, my father said, we have a 6-year runway, let's plan the transition. So when I moved into the position in 2006, it was very smooth. So a couple years ago, we had a similar event happen where Masoud and myself and our CFO happened to be at a meeting, and our CFO announced he was going to retire in 1 year. And Masoud and I said, no, 1 year's not enough, give us 2 years. He gave us 2 years, but during that same conversation, I remember we were talking and said, well, this would be a perfect time for a real restructuring. Everything kind of fit together. And that's where we really created this new structure of a CEO with a VP team. And it really helps, having someone of Masoud's caliber, well-educated, has worked in every position in the company, a lot of street credit, and he's a very good people person too.
Right. Well, Masoud, for you, you've been with the company for almost 4 decades now. So what does this mean to you? Being at this level of responsibility, and what would you like to see come out of it?
First of all, having grown with the company and a family-owned business that is very dynamic and always trying to be 2 steps ahead of basically where everybody is going and really bringing innovation and growth. I've seen it firsthand. When I joined the company, we were only 2 stores.
Right.
Today we're at 7 stores. But not only that, the structure of the company, even the evolution of the brand, it's a very innovative company, and it's really led by a great family that always has foresights about, okay, what are the next 3 steps we're going to take? So for me, what it means, it's really a big honor to be be trusted with that level of responsibility. And for me, it's about, okay, what does that next level look like? How do we use technology? How do we build on all the strength that the organization has built over 100 years, and where do we go next? So you've got a combination of all the benefits that a great family brings to the brand, to the community, and then being able to put a structure together with what is now 7 vice presidents, which all of whom they specialize in their area of the business, so they can allow us to sort of go to that next level.
Well, Andrew, this has got to be, some level of comfort for you, being, part of the family, having someone who's been with the brand for as long as he has. It's like, okay, well, he's essentially extended family at this point, I guess. So,
when you think about a lot of the transitions in our industry or other industries, specifically with private businesses, there was this trend going back years where the founder or the current, family member leading the business would just, bring a kid in, one of the siblings or something, and say, okay, you're next. And I think that worked to some extent back then, but today, business is so sophisticated and challenging. You need different types of thinking, different types of people. It can't just be an automatic family member that gets it. This is a great example where, I'm 54. A lot of people who are presidents of family-owned businesses who are 54 are not going to step aside, but it really was the right person at the right time. And I'm able to move into an executive chair position, so I can still have one foot in the business, still let Masoud handle the operations, but also have one foot on the board with the family. So it's a kind of neat way to transition both sides to get to a better outcome.
And well, since we're here at High Point Market, I've kind of got to ask a market question or two. What are you looking for this week? What are you seeing? Anything really catching your eye?
Well, but I can attempt to answer that question. So our team came very prepared with, what is the strategy for this particular market, and of course they brought, a lot of analysis in terms of what's working and what's not. So they were really focused on understanding what are the changes with the industry, what are the trends, and what do we need to do in order to maximize the business, as we know, which has been tough, but how do we maximize that opportunity in the short term, which, for example, the holiday season, we believe it's going to be a great opportunity to do some additional business. And how do we maximize all of that? But yet at the same time, it's not just about the short term. Where do we need to go next year as we have a rebound in the economy? And how do we make sure that we're already equipped to make sure that we maximize that opportunity as well? And there has been, the good news is there has been a lot of innovation, a lot of changes. The suppliers are all very anxious to also be there in terms of those changes. And there's a lot of exciting things coming down the pike, which we're looking forward to.
And they're also preparing for the 100th anniversary too, right now.
That's a significant milestone next year, and I know there's going to be celebrating that all year long. So
yes, we are.
All right. Well, perfect. I think that'll just about do it. So thank you both for your time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for tuning in.